Hello, Fountain Community. I'm your man, DJ Funk, and welcome to the Funk Cafe. Woo! I'm just down here chilling on this rainy day where I'm at here in Ohio, just playing some music, watching a little football. But I tell you what, I was playing some music and I pulled some albums, and man, woo, I just had to make a video. David Sanchez. This cat, he played with Bruce Springsteen, part of the E Street Band in the 70s, 80s, and this cat is phenomenal. This is one of the albums that he got out. He has several albums out, but I pulled this one, played it. I forgot how good this album was. He's a mixture of jazz fusion, funk, R&B, soul, blues. He does it all. And this album is fantastic. Self-titled on Chelsea Records. And man, I tell you, the first cut on here reminds me of Gil Scott-Heron. It's called I Told My Heart. And his vocal style, if you didn't know who it was, but you knew who Gil Scott-Heron was, and somebody dropped the needle on this, you would think it was Gil Scott-Heron before you would say David Sanchez. I mean, that first track, but then the rest of the album goes off and it's David Sanchez. But even though the first song is David Sanchez as well, but it just reminds you, I should say, of Gil Scott-Heron, the way he, the music and the way he does his vocals on that cut. But fabulous album. Can't say enough about it. Fantastic. Next album I pulled and played, Billy Butler and the Infinities. Hung Up on You. Another fantastic album. And Billy Butler is Jerry Butler's brother. They're brothers. The great vocalist Jerry Butler, Billy Butler is his brother. And this album, every cut, just like the David Sanchez, every cut, A to B, same here. This is I know this means something to some collectors. As long as I got a good, clean copy that sounds great, I really don't care. But I'm gonna, for the ones that do care about that promotional, got the DJ promotional sticker on it, and it is a white label on Pride Records. I know some collectors, into that. I mean, I have several records with white labels or whatever, but I really care about how it plays, how it sounds, and I'm good, because I'm not doing anything with them anyway, but enjoying them in my collection. But I know some collectors are on that, so that's why. But yeah, Billy Butler and the Infinities, Hung Up on You, fantastic album, A to B play. MGM Pride, this came out in 1972, 73. I guess it was in production 72, but by the time it was released, it was 1973. Plus, it's a little liner note here, and the chorus at the bottom is Jerry Butler, who wrote it, talking about how good he thinks this group is, and of course, it's his brother. So, yes. See this? Definitely pick it up. Another great R&B funk album is The Natural 4, Night Watcher. 1976, a mixture of R&B, funk, fantastic soul. This is a great album, This reminds me back in the 70s, you go to the house parties and stuff like that. Used to be some cool house parties back in the 70s. Now, I just hear too much stuff going on. you wouldn't catch me today in a house party. But back then, it was just like this, just cool. Everybody knew everybody. Everybody respected everybody. It was fantastic. Yes, it was. And this is on a Curtis Mayfield label. Kurt Tom. Kurt Tom, I guess it's called. CURTOM. And another thing I was reading on this too. Marvin Yancey. Marvin Yancey. I think he was married to Natalie Cole at one time and did a lot of her production work on her albums too. And of course he did it on this as well. So and Leroy Hudson, this production work on here as well. So great album. Those two names I mentioned, if you know those guys, you know why. This is probably a good album. Plus on the Kurt Tom label. Another album, funky, R&B, soul, the Chocolate Jam Company on Epic Records. This is another promo copy. Got the promo sticker down here, the promo stamp in the back, and it's also on a white Epic label. I'll show it for the ones who like to collect that white label stuff. Not a fantastic funk album. It's just, I mean, A to B play. It is fantastic. The Chocolate Jam Company. See it out in the wild. I guarantee you, you won't regret it if you pick it up. You won't. Last but not least, now this group, I can understand why they got lost to the shuffle, and I'm gonna explain why I say I can understand this group got lost to the shuffle. Cause when I show you this group's name, KG, the KGs, okay, now you look at that first part of that name. You think of the Barkays. The Barkays, in the year this album came out was 1978. 1978, Barkays had some killer cuts out going out as well. The Barkays. Now you look at the last part of their name, G's. 77, Saturday Night Fever, the Bee Gees. The Barkays, the Bee Gees. That's all you was hearing on the radio. If you listen to funk and soul, it's the Barkays. You listen to disco, pop, rock kind of thing, it was the Bee Gees. So I can see why they got lost to the shuffle. But not only that, they were also on a label that a group was already killing it on, and that was Delight Records. And of course, if you know anything about Kool and the Gang, they were on that label. And at that time, you had Ladies Night, Celebrate. Kool and the Gang was killing it on that label. So I can understand why this group got lost in the shuffle. With those two names, you know, the KGs, you're thinking of the Barkays, and you're thinking of the Bee Gees, you know, nobody's thinking about, but I'm gonna tell you, this is a great R&B funk album. And the opening cut, you can really tell they were really influenced by Kool and the Gang. I mean, matter of fact, I wanna hope to drop this, and you're gonna see what am I talking about. There's the Delight right there. But the opening track on here is called KG's Theme Song. You're gonna see right now why I'm telling you that, you know, with Kool and the Gang already heavy rotation on this label, you're gonna know why they probably did get lost in the shuffle here. Check it out. but heavy influence by Cool the Gang. You can hear it. Right there, I tell you. But that's what I'm doing on a rainy day here in the Funk Cafe. Little football, playing some music, just having a good time. Thought I would share. And when that camera came on, you know automatically, you're welcome to the Funk Cafe. I'm your man DJ Funk, and you know what I'm about to say? I'm out on this rainy day.